The same exact
This is Pastor Sam from Pleasant Ridge in Carrollton with the Word of Hope. I love fresh baked bread with lots of real butter. Throughout history, bread has been essential to health and life. God instructed the prophet Ezekiel to make a loaf of bread to illustrate the coming judgment for Israel's sin and sustain them through a long siege. Throughout history, we have learned that people can survive a long time on only bread and water. After feeding 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, Jesus warned the crowd that there is more to life than satisfying physical needs. In John 6:35, Jesus said, "I am the bread of life." Jesus is the only way to satisfy your spiritual needs. Are you trusting Jesus with your spiritual needs in eternity? This is Pastor Sam from Pleasant Ridge with the Word of Hope. Visit PleasantRidgeCarrollton.com to learn more.
National headlines and the local stories you care about. WLBB, Carrollton, News Talk 1330, FM 106.3.
And good morning. Welcome to the Community Voice. Time is 8:30 a.m. and today is July 30th, and I'm your host, Josh Engel. Want to make sure that you save the date because the 5th annual Builders and Barbecue fundraiser benefiting the Carrollton Police Foundation is going to be on September 18th, correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. September 18th at the Dixie Street parking deck. This is an incredible effort by Ralin to honestly support several nonprofits at this point in our local community. They do an incredible job, and not to mention, it's one of the most fun days of the entire year. We're so pleased to have Cliff Harris, the man himself, the VP of Business Development with Ralin, and the man himself from the Carrollton Police Force, Chief Joel Richards. Good morning, gents. How are y'all?
Good morning. Great, Josh. How are you? We appreciate you having us on here this morning.
It's a pleasure and an honor. So glad to have you guys on. It's always a great time, great conversation. A quick reminder to folks at home that this morning's episode is currently being live streamed on the WLBB News Talk 1330 Facebook page, as well as our Grata Communications YouTube. So if you have any questions or comments or kudos or compliments to these two handsome gentlemen, please feel free to hop in the chat, and I'd be happy to read those questions to them. So why don't we jump right into it? Cliff, if we could, maybe you can give folks at home a bit of an idea of the evolution of and the mission of this event.
I'd be thrilled to do that, but first of all, I just want to say thank you for having us, and we appreciate the support that WLBB has given to this barbecue over the last 5 years.
We love you guys.
Since the beginning, and it's this is something that we do at Ralin. Our mantra, really our driving force, is to build up. And what we mean by that is we want to not just build structures and buildings, but we want to build community. We all live here in Carrollton, in West Georgia, and we value the opportunity to give back to the community. We get to live here and work here and play here and worship here together, and it's important that we do that. And so as part of that build-up mentality, we've started this barbecue 5 years ago to raise money for important causes that impact our community favorably. We started with the Tanner Foundation, and Ralin, our founder, Ray Fulford, passed away several years ago, a couple of years before I started at Ralin, and he had what was called ALS, and and there was not the ability here in West Georgia to take care of neurology. So he and Linda would have to travel to Atlanta and Birmingham and places like that to get treatment. Ooh. And they decided at that point that they didn't want that to stand. And so they started the Fulford Foundation at Tanner. And we raised some money at our first annual barbecue to get funds available to help Tanner, in concert with Tanner, recruit neurology. And now we do have neurology at Tanner Health System. And so that's just an example of one of the things that we can do with this barbecue. We've supported Kids Peace, and we did a support for Mighty Hero Homes. Its mission is to eradicate veteran homelessness in America. Last year, we supported the West Georgia first responders, and we're thrilled this year to be able to support the Carrollton City Police Foundation.
Incredible. I mean, I think that what Ralin has accomplished in the last several years is a perfect example of what happens when you have a community and a company, everyone's marching in step in the right direction. Everyone's working together, pushing together to not only, have an incredible day, and we'll get into that shortly. I mean, if you love the aroma of quality cooked meats, trust me, that in and of itself is enough reason to be there. We'll be talking about that a lot. But you're also able to, bring tremendous support and show incredible stewardship of the local community to help prop up and support organizations like that. And with something like your work with Tanner, I mean, that's something that's benefiting a lot of people and changing people's lives. So I appreciate, you and Ben and everybody, making this a priority and putting on such a great event. And of course, benefiting a tremendous organization, the Carrollton Police Foundation. Joel, if we could, I'd love to jump over to you, sir, and maybe we could talk a bit about, the Carrollton Police Force for folks who may not have tuned into a previous episode with you, and maybe we could speak a bit about the Carrollton Police Foundation, its mission, and how it is going to operate moving forward.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. First, I want to say thank you to Ralin. We're excited that we were the chosen to be the benefactor this year, and also to partner with Ralin to make this another huge success. We just first learned about a foundation a few months ago when, or I think it was last year, when our Deputy Chief Chris Dobbs went to a conference, and there's an agency in Georgia that mentioned about a foundation, and we have one. And Lieutenant Blake Hitchcock did some research on it, and we found out how we could benefit from it and how our local taxpayers, through the Less Crime Act, the Law Enforcement Strategic Support Crime Act that I believe was established in 2023, can keep your tax credit, keep your money local from your state income tax liability.
And this is like individuals and businesses.
It is individuals, and if you go to our website, it's carrolltongapolicefoundation.org. I think there may be a link from our website also. You can go and you can learn more about how you can give up to $5,000 for an individual filer, $10,000 for married filing jointly, $10,000 for LLCs and sub S, and then C corporations can give up to 75% of your tax liability. It's a real simple process. Wow. You go online and follow the instructions to. It has to be given to a QLEF, Qualified Law Enforcement Foundation. We have been designated as one through the Department of Revenue, and you fill that form out, and then to give the amount that you'd like to give. And I would recommend you contact your accountant. That's what we do. I think Kevin Bush does a much better job explaining this, our finance director, but I think he says it's line 16 on your tax return, and that's the amount that you last year that would most likely be in that ballpark what you could give this year. And it's just a chance to keep your money local. I love this community. I'm blessed to have been born and raised in Carroll County native, and it's just a generous community. No matter what we're doing, we always find, here's another example of folks wanting to partner with the city and the police department to make things happen.
We're blessed with an incredible, and I know Cliff can attest to this, we've been blessed with a tremendous police force, a shining example of what I think many other police forces across the state and beyond want to try to emulate. And I mean, it means the world to go to an event like Builders and Barbecue and see this many people genuinely showing up with that drive to support in their heart, and say thank you to the various organizations that are selected by Ralin, and particularly the Carrollton Police Force. Stay tuned to the Community Voice in the next few weeks. At least in the next few weeks, we're going to be bringing Joel and Kevin Bush on the show. We're going to talk all about the Carrollton Police Foundation in detail, really break down again, remind folks, and you can spread the good word, how you can use your tax income and dedicate it to a qualified law enforcement foundation such as the Carrollton Police Foundation. And before we move off that topic, we're talking about the federal government. This is a dollar for dollar match, isn't it?
It's the Department of Revenue, your state. It's the state of Georgia. It's the Less Crime Act. You can look it up, LESS Crime Act. And again, it's law enforcement strategic support. The largest foundation in Georgia, to my knowledge, is the Atlanta Police Department. There are several others in the state that you can give your money to, but your big corporations that are Atlanta-based, like Home Depot, Waffle House, things like that, give quite a bit of money throughout the year to foundations in Georgia that allow opportunities for the police departments to do things in the community programs that they wouldn't normally be able to fund through regular tax.
See, this is why Georgia's a Waffle House state. This ain't them some. We're not huddle housing. We're Waffle Housing because they support qualified law enforcement foundations such as this. And maybe again before we take the break, maybe we can and we'll expound upon this when we have the program. But perhaps we could share a little bit about how the funds collected how they will be used for the Carrollton Police Foundation.
Yeah, so we have a board. It's not decided by me. There's a board that we have people on the board, and you can go and look at our board of directors on our Facebook. On our website. Again, it's carrolltongapolicefoundation.org. And then so as we have needs arise, let's say there's a program I want to do, or let's say that we need some police cars, and I didn't put enough in the budget that year, or we want to lessen some of the burden on the budget, then I would go to the board and say, hey, we have this need, and show a need for that, and then they would decide whether to fund that project for us.
And what a great opportunity for folks who are incredibly grateful for the way that the Carrollton Police Force serves and protects the local community. What a great opportunity for them to be able to give back and piggyback on the efforts of Ralin and continue to support this foundation and help our officers, and of course make sure that they're well equipped. I imagine one bad night could probably lead to the destruction of a couple of police vehicles with a chase or something.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
Yeah, well, see, this is why we got to be able to make sure, thankfully that doesn't happen. But if it does, we want to be able to know that you guys are staffed, fully prepared, and have everything that you need. And the efforts of Ralin are definitely going to help make sure that happens. Time is 8:40, right on the dot, so we're going to go ahead and talk about that first commercial break. But when we come back, we'll continue our conversation about the 5th Annual Builders and Barbecue fundraiser benefiting the Carrollton Police Foundation on September 18th, as we chat with Cliff Harris, VP of Business Development for Ralin, and Joel Richards, Chief of the Carrollton Police. So stick with us. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
And we're back to the Community Voice. If you're just tuning in, we are chatting about the 5th Annual Builders and Barbecue fundraiser to benefit the Carrollton Police Foundation. It's one of the best days of the year. I always look forward to it. Shout out to Ralin for now for 5 years at least investing and supporting local nonprofits, local foundations, and collecting the community to do good. We're very, very pleased to have Cliff Harris, VP of Business Development with Ralin, as well as my man, Chief of the Carrollton Police, Joel Richards, as we chat about the partnership between these two organizations. So, Cliff, let's talk about the event, because
Sure.
I think it's about time we talk about meat. We barely got to talk about meat. We mentioned the aroma that starts the night before in the downtown area and just spreads, right? It's a beautiful day for everybody that gets to participate. Yeah. Let's talk all about it.
Yeah, it's a great event, like you said, and it's a lot of fun. It's what a wonderful way to raise money, and it's a competition that's gotten pretty fierce. So anybody that wants to have a team, currently we've got 9 teams signed up. Last year we had 21. We're hoping to get more teams, and anybody that's interested in sponsoring a team, it's $350 to enter the competition. We've got plenty of room. They can contact Monica Gentry@Ralin.com, and they could just call Ralin and ask to speak to Monica, and she can get them signed up. It's MONICA.Gentry, GENTRY, at RalinConstruction.com.
I had that memorized from the commercial last year from writing it down.
And she is a champion. Monica has really grabbed hold of this event and organized all of the logistics. She does everything. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be on the show this morning, or I would have had her here.
Yeah.
But
fact checking
so we
us,
do,
you know?
Absolutely, and we do pork butts, chicken, ribs, and brisket. Those 4 categories. And teams will come in on Thursday, the 17th, that afternoon, set up their barbecue pits in our parking deck, and get started. And they'll spend the day there. There's people with guitars and music, and it's a lot of fun.
It's like a shut-in, you know, like at churches, you know, or lock-in, you know, like everybody's having a good time on the parking deck.
The aroma downtown is fabulous. There's a lot of esprit de corps going on in the parking deck, and it's just a lot of fun. And the day of the event, we'll start the event with a color guard and a presentation of colors. Pat Reynolds will be there to sing the national anthem.
Nice.
It's open to the public at 1 o'clock that afternoon, so everybody from Carrollton can come out and taste sample the different barbecues from all of the teams, and we'll actually have live judging for the 4 categories. And we'll wrap up at about 5 o'clock that afternoon, but between 1 and 5, families can bring, their children. A ticket to enter for one person is $10. It's $20 for family. Children under 12 can eat free. We'll have hot dogs and hamburgers that a ticket will enable everybody to at least get a hot dog and hamburger, and then all the barbecue they want to sample is up to them.
Because when you enter, it's a $10 per person, which what an unbelievable value for a full afternoon of great cuisine and great company. $10 per person, $20 per family. Let's say if you come in individually and you buy a ticket, are you given a certain amount of tickets, like to use at different booths? And can you get more tickets, if you want to try some other ones?
Well, you are given a ticket, and you can use that ticket to get a free hamburger and or hot dog and a drink. And then you have the opportunity to go around, and we have a People's Choice Award at the individual barbecue stations. And so as you sample barbecue throughout the day and you have your favorite, you can drop one of your tickets into that particular barbecue cup. You can also put money in there, because we are raising money for this police foundation. That's the real intent of this fun competition. And so, yeah, it's
unbelievable.
It's a great event. And
so
you know what? It's also an opportunity. I think there's some home football games that evening. So if you want to come out and get, a pregame dinner and eat some good barbecue and have some fun and give to a really worthy cause, it'll be a great day.
The game will be all the more enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got to support the excellent Carrollton Police Force and the foundation, the great work they're doing. So this is awesome. So you're not limited. I mean, you can, you get your tickets that you want to put in for the People's Choice, but you can just go through and try all these different barbecues.
Absolutely. And again, the value for the cost to enter a team is $350, but we also have sponsorships. And you can give any amount that you'd like. If you'd like to give $10, that's great. We've got different levels of sponsorships. We've got a concrete sponsorship for $1,000, a hard hat for $3,000, a blueprint for $5,000, and a key steel sponsorship. And these are all construction terms. Excellent. For $10,000. And those that contribute by July the 31st, their name will be put on a T-shirt that we'll also be selling at the event. And but that's not the last day they can contribute. You can contribute all the way up to and through the event.
And I hope and am confident that people will be doing that.
Yeah, great.
No doubt in my mind. So they have until tomorrow. If you'd like to be included on the T-shirt at that top tier, this is your opportunity. You still have, today and tomorrow. So you want to jump in and make sure that you can be included in these shirts. But
we might hold off for another couple of days through the mid next week too, if anybody needs some extra time.
Like a true nonprofit. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You set loose dates but at the end of the day, support for a good cause is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
So just a quick reminder, folks can sponsor and they can make donations all the way up to the event. But if you want to be on the T-shirt, you need to do it by tomorrow.
Right.
So the different categories. Does each team participate in all the different categories, or do they sometimes just stick to one thing?
Yeah, there are some teams that might just do one category, but most of the teams do all 4 categories. And judging will start at 1 o'clock. Actually, it starts at 12 o'clock on the 18th. And so we'll have judging about every hour. And the event will wrap up. We'll have an award ceremony for the winners and at the end of the day.
Wow. That is fantastic. Do you have a rough estimate of about how many teams were there last year?
We had 21 teams last year. We hope to get maybe up to 25 teams this year.
Nice.
So there's room. Currently, we're at 9. We do have some verbal commitments that haven't come in, completely yet, but we're hoping to have a good turnout.
Excellent. I think it's an incredible showing. We're so proud of the community to show up and support good causes, support their local law enforcement. But at the end of these, some pretty substantial gifts are given to these nonprofits.
Last year we raised $120,000, and this is so over the last 5 years we've raised almost $500,000 for the local causes that we've supported. And I went to the Carrollton Citizens Police Academy a few months ago that Joel sponsored, and it was an incredible opportunity to learn just how valuable our local police force is and the commitment that these men and women have to protect us. They show up on our worst days every day. That's what they do, and I think they're unsung heroes. And I'm thrilled to be able to support this foundation.
Absolutely. Joel, maybe before we go to the second break, I'd love to ask you a few quick things. If there's one thing I know about the Carrollton Police Force, they're always going to show up and do an incredible job. But on top of that, they also know how to show out. Are you guys going to bring any of your armored vehicles or any vehicles, for the kids to check out, or I'm sure a lot of police force of the force will be there, stopping by at least to meet folks.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I didn't think about that, but yes, we will have vehicles there for the kids to play on, walk through, and then we will have officers there from every different division unit that we have. Something you said, I just want to go back. I know a lot of people remember Chief Barry Carroll led this police department for many, many years, and he was one of my mentors, and he passed away in 2004 prior to me being appointed chief. And he was always a visionary, and that's one of the things that we've tried to emulate. He started the first Citizens Police Academy in 1997, and then many other agencies have since done the same thing. And our mission, our vision statement for the police department, when we formulated it, we wanted to come up with something that was fitting for us, and it's to be the example for law enforcement. And I think, like you said, people emulate what you do. I think one of the biggest forms of flattery was in other agencies emulate and copy what you're doing. Yep. And we want to continue to do that. We want to continue to be the visionary for law enforcement,
trendsetters
for this community. We
Absolutely.
Really do. And we appreciate you again partnering with us, or us partnering with you and allowing us to be the benefit from this, and you to for what you've done for our department over the years, you and WLBB.
Well, we love you guys. We're so blessed. We're so blessed, and that's true. I think that when someone steps up and does something great like this, it means a lot that organizations across the country can see the partnership between Ralin and the Police Foundation, and I hope that they continue to emulate stuff like that, because that's amazing. Rising tides raise all ships, so let's get it going. Again, September 18th. Do not miss it. It's the 5th annual Builders and Barbecue Competition. Fundraiser proceeds this year going to benefit the Carrollton Police Foundation. So we're going to go ahead and take that last commercial break. When we come back, we can wrap up our conversation with VP of Business Development with Ralin, Cliff Harris, as well as the Chief of the Carrollton Police, Joel Richards. So stick with us. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
And we're back to the Community Voice, July 30th. Time is 8:52. If you're just tuning in, be sure to share a link to either the podcast of this episode, which will be uploaded to the station's website, as well as gradicommunications.com. You can share the Facebook live stream, as well as the live stream, which will be posted to the Gradic Communications YouTube. And we want you to share and spread the word so that folks know that it's time to save the date for the 5th annual Builders and Barbecue Competition fundraiser. Proceeds this year benefiting the Carrollton Police Foundation. This is an ongoing charitable effort of Ralin, one of the most beloved companies and longstanding companies right here in the local community. One of the rocks on which this community is built. And another one of those rocks is the Carrollton Police Force, and we're very pleased that the Carrollton Police Foundation will be the recipient of the incredibly generous gifts from Ralin and the local community. The teams that participate in the barbecue competition, if you haven't had an opportunity to come out, it is such a blast. And we just got through have an opportunity to speak a bit more about details about how to participate, as well as to attend. $10 per person, $20 per family. Kids 12 and under get in free. And the funds go directly to serving the Carrollton Police Foundation, a qualified law enforcement foundation. Or what was the actual verbiage there? Is that it?
That's it, yeah, QLEF, Qualified Law Enforcement Foundation.
I got it right. Check it out. Awesome. So we have about, it looks like we have about 5 minutes left. So I would love to, if we could, Cliff, if you'd be willing, to maybe we can give another call to action for the local community. People are sleepy and they want to give, but sometimes it takes a few times to really get it across to them. Maybe you could to lay it on folks one more time.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. Thank you. And it's to enter a team, and we'd love to have more teams. So right now we've got 9, and we'd like to get maybe 25 teams. And it's a great fun competition. So the cost of a team entry is $350, and then we also have a variety of sponsorship levels. Now, again, any amount that anybody wants to contribute, it's going to a worthy cause. So if it's $1 or $10,000, it'll be well accepted and well used for the benefit of the whole community. And the different sponsor levels are concrete at $1,000, the hard hat at $3,000. The blueprint at $5,000, and steel at $10,000. And so anybody that wants to have their name on our T-shirt, if they could contribute or make a sponsorship commitment by the end of the day tomorrow, would be great. We'll hold off until maybe mid next week for anybody that needs some additional time. But we're going to print these T-shirts and sell the T-shirts as well to raise funds for this important cause. And then the actual event itself, it's $10 per person, $20 per family. Children under 12 eat free. We'll have a bouncy house out there. We'll have an ice cream truck out there.
It's a kid's dream. I mean, this is fun for the whole family.
It absolutely is. It's a lot of fun. And we do have a People's Choice Award, so when you sample the barbecue out there that afternoon and you have a favorite, you can choose that particular team, and they're competing to win. So it's and you can help contribute. Now, anybody that has any questions or wants to enter a team, they can contact Monica Gentry at Ralin, and it's Monica, MONICA .Gentry, GENTRY, at RalinConstruction.com. And Monica's really kind of the champion of this event, and she pulls it all together, and logistics and the timing and all the people and sponsors involved, and makes it a lot of fun.
Awesome. Joel, maybe we could include that email in a comment underneath the video so folks know who to reach out to, because that's it's Monica's going to take care of you. You reach out to you, she'll give you all the information.
And she's got a great team too, Josh. She doesn't do it alone. She's got a team of people that really do a lot of planning. And I'll tell you what, Joel's assistant Angie has done a fabulous job, also kind of preparing behind the scenes to make this a fabulous event.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we'll see if we can get our videographer, Joel. Maybe we can include a link and an email so that folks can reach out. In the time we have left, it looks like we got about 3 minutes. If you could, Cliff, are there any organizations? I know that there may be too many to mention, but are there any organizations or groups that you want to say give a shout out to right now? Any kudos you want to give?
It's a great question, and there are many other organizations. Now we depend on all of our trade partners to make this a successful event. And I would hate to give a shout out to anyone in particular because they're all so important. And we will give some shout outs at the event.
Banners and shirts and everything.
Absolutely. And we're thankful for everybody, every team and every sponsor and everybody that supports this cause.
Absolutely. Man, what a special day it is. Yeah, please, I hope the whole community comes out and supports this endeavor. Joel, any final words?
No, I just look forward to coming back with Kevin and talking more about the Police Foundation and ways that the community can get involved and put your local tax money, state tax money to work here.
Excellent. Definitely check out the less credit, the law enforcement strategic support credit that you can take advantage of. $1 for $1 match through the state of Georgia using your income taxes. Definitely keep an eye on the Community Voice because we're going to get that show scheduled and up in the next few weeks. We're going to get Joel and my man Kevin Bush on here, talk a bit about the foundation. Gentlemen, again, thank you both for waking up bright and early and coming to hang out with us. Cliff, thank you not only to you but to the whole Ralin team for being great stewards of the community and supporting amazing causes and supporting the law enforcement. Carrollton Police, we're so proud to have in this community.
Josh, thank you to you and WLBB and your team for the great support that you've given this event and you, the meaning that you all have in this community as well. So
we appreciate that, brother. Joel, thank you guys for what you do. And to everyone who tuned in with us, thank you for joining us. We'll see you on September 18th.